4 months had passed, and things still hadn't changed for old Slow Coach. It was all the same for her. She would either stay in the shed gathering dust, or was shunted into another siding to make room for the other coaches. She almost had a chance to break the cycle when she was shunted by Percy onto Henry's train, but it didn't turn out well in the end. Just then, Jeff the Works Diesel rolled towards her. "Off to scrap I go," she sighed sadly. "Scrap? Who said anything about scrap?" "You're going to be restored at the works," replied the Fat Controller, who'd arrived on board Jeff. Old Slow Coach gasped in disbelief. "Restored, sir? Again?" "Indeed," smiled the Fat Controller. "You'll be restored again, and be a spare coach for emergencies." "A spare? You mean coop me up in the shed again, sir?" "Well, it's the only way to keep you around if we have a lot of coaches that aren't in use. I'm sorry, but you won't be part of any conscious unless you're absolutely needed." Old Slow Coach sighed sadly, and Jeff pulled her away to the works. Old Slow Coach started to well up in tears. Jeff tried to cheer her up. "Hey, don't cry, you'll be okay. Just think though, you're going to be restored. Isn't that nice?" "It is," sniffed Old Slow Coach. "But my big dream is to be part of the train again. I want to see the whole island again like I used to years ago. But I'm just going to be gathering dust again, nothing more than a spare," she sighed. Work was done on Old Slow Coach. She was given new floorboards, seats, lights, wheels, brakes, and new wood for her body, and a new coat of paint. She felt splendid, but she knew that she would be placed back in the carriage shed later. "What a waste," she sighed. "I do hope I get a better opportunity one day." However, her chance came sooner than expected. Henry was taking some empty vans along the main line to the harbour at the big station. Everything was running smoothly. But as he puffed outside of Crosby Station, "What the?" Then he and his crew saw a building up ahead. "Get out!" he shouted. Luckily the people did, but it was too late for Henry, as he slithered onto the road and pressed his buffers onto the building, resulting in some minor damage. Thankfully no one was hurt, and the trucks didn't add anything further to the chaos. But they did laugh and laugh at Henry's predicament. Back at the works, Old Slow Coach was sleeping soundly in her siding after being repaired. She was waiting for another engine to take her back to the big station, when... "Oh no, oh no." "Oh, what's the matter, Geoffrey dear?" "It's Henry. He had an accident at Crosby due to some failed points, and we can't find a Works unit coach." "Works unit coach?" It's for the workmen, replied Jeff hastily. And right now it's missing. I'll do it. You? But you've just been repaired and I need it back at the big station very soon. I'll do it, repeated Old Slow Coach determinedly. I'm sure the Fat Controller will understand. And indeed he did. So in no time Jeff shunted Old Slow Coach onto the breakdown crane. And with the workmen on board, they set off to Crosby. The rescue operation was long, but Coach seemed to enjoy watching the whole operation pan out. At last, Henry was back onto the rails. Thomas was called from his branch line to take Henry's goods to the harbour for him. He chuckled. "Oh dear, Henry, have you become nothing but a waste?" The trucks laughed at Thomas's wit, but Old Slow Coach didn't see anything humorous about it at all. "Thomas, don't say anything like that. You are better than that, you know." Thomas blushed with embarrassment. "Yes, Coach," he replied meekly, and he puffed away with the trucks laughing behind him. But Henry was feeling sorry. "He only said that because I called you a waste of space." Coach gasped. "Why? When?" "4 months ago. It was after your floorboard incident when you were coupled onto my train. I'm sorry, I was angry because I was late that day." "It's all right, Henry dear. Although I don't approve of what you said, I can see that you are sorry." And that made Henry smile. Later the points were fixed and Jeff took the workmen, Henry, Coach and the cranes back to the works. Coach saw the Fat Controller waiting for her. "Well, back to the shed I go then, sir?" "Not exactly," replied the Fat Controller. "I've got some good news. Jeff told me about your help with today's rescue effort, and I've decided to let you become the workman's coach." "Really, sir? Do you mean it?" "Indeed I do," replied the Fat Controller happily. Old Slow Coach gave the biggest smile she had in a long while. Now Old Slow Coach goes around the island helping out with the workmen, be it working on the tracks or rescuing other engines, coaches and trucks. She enjoys it very much, and she now feels that she serves a purpose to the Fat Controller's railway.